everybody. This is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. We've got a lot of workers out here working in the yard after all this rain. We didn't have any rain yesterday, but we haven't had any today so far, but it looks like it might start raining sometime. I was watching another vlogger's live stream yesterday, and he was talking about sports, and one of his viewers asked him about, do Filipinos play baseball? And he said he hadn't seen any of it or any evidence other than that there's a baseball field on Clark Air Force Base. Yes, Filipinos do play baseball. Some of the bigger cities have little leagues. Now, many years ago, during Ferdinand Marcos' time in office, which was a long time since he decided that elections were no longer needed, they had a baseball team that made it all the way to the World Series of the Little League, and that was played in the U.S. This team, if you saw them, you'd question that. The Little League is up to age 12. So they went through and they defeated everybody, and they ended up winning the Little League World Series. And then all hell broke loose, you might say. Well, people started questioning about the age of their athletes, makeup of their team. And they found out that none of the players were under 12 or under. They were all in their late teens. And so there were investigations and found all sorts of improprieties, and they took away their championship. And investigators here in the Philippines started investigating more and more, and the deeper they got in it, it's pretty messy. And then their articles were published in the newspapers, and they started receiving threats. So it was big news all over the world. And if you saw these guys, you'd know they're not 12 or under. It's on YouTube. They've got a lot of stories about that team. And it was a big embarrassment for the Philippines. But I think there's maybe 10 cities here in the Philippines that do sponsor the Little Leagues and have Little League teams. Philippines sends a baseball team to the Asiana Games. I think they even have one for the Olympics. So people do play. It's just usually, all these players were down from Zamboanga. I hope I pronounced that right. And they ranged on up to 15, 16, 17 years old. So it's not the only one. Dominican Republic also fielded a team that also were older team members. So it does, they do play baseball, but baseball is an expensive sport here. You've got to have all the gloves, the bats, the balls, and all that stuff, and a big field, regulation size baseball field. Uh, so in some places you might find little leagues in some of the bigger cities. I'm sure Manila has little leagues, but I don't know where exactly. I played baseball when I was younger. I was always, as a kid, always looking to get up enough guys to go play baseball. I played in the Pony League, which is after Little League. I was like 13 or 14. I liked playing baseball, but I liked playing football better. So I did that, and when I was in junior high, I didn't play after that. Just had more interest, particularly girls, and so I gave that up. I loved football and I played football. My younger brother, he was a very good baseball player. He played on the high school team when I was in the Navy and stationed in California, so I didn't get to see any of his games. But my mother sent me a letter saying he had blown out his knee during a baseball game, and he's going to be hobbling on with crutches for a while. It also kept him from being drafted into the military. So that ended his career. I have a good friend that's a friend of my brother's, Alan Shiflett. He was a baseball player, and he got, I think, had a contract or something with Los Angeles Dodgers, I think, yeah. But I don't think he played much. So I don't know. I had to talk to him more about that. How you doing, Alan? He's a subscriber. And he's unfortunately in a wheelchair now. But he drives himself and everything, has all the controls. He can drive a car and everything. He wanted to move to the Philippines, but his health has enough health problems that he shouldn't be. They told him not to do that. So yeah, I wish they had baseball fields here. Now, if I was a multi-millionaire, I would. One of the things I would do is build a playground, a park near to Alfonso, and I'd have baseball diamonds, I'd put tennis courts in there, basketball courts, of course, and volleyball courts. I'd have playground equipment. I'd have cement tables for picnics. People could bring their family out and eat and let the kids play. I would love to see more than just basketball here. That's all you see around just about any little village or town or barangay. They'll have a basketball court, but that's not enough to keep kids occupied, and and expand their knowledge and their life experiences by playing baseball, or tennis. Some of these people might grow up and be able to play at a professional level and could do wonders for their family. That's kind of my dream. I'm waiting to hit the lottery. I think there's a $1 billion lottery now. I get to tell my nephew to buy me a ticket for that. But yeah, these kids just don't have enough good things like sports for them to do. And I wish I could do a park similar to some of the parks we have in Austin. And expose them to other sports and other things to do to keep them occupied, and instead of going off and doing bad things. But the U.S. needs some of that too. There should be centers for kids during the summer or holidays. They can go and do organized activities instead of wandering around stealing cars or racing cars and stuff like that. So sports is a good thing to have. I think obesity is starting to become a problem here in the Philippines. I've noticed much more larger women, as you say. So that would be one way to do it. So if you've got $1 million or $2 million laying around, let's build a park. Unfortunately, my brother passed away, and he could have done it. If I could have gotten you over here to visit me, I might have convinced him to build a park here. So that's what this video is about. We need more sports here in the Philippines, more activities for kids to do, art work, basket weaving, all kinds of stuff like that. That would help and give the kids a more positive outlook on life and realize they can do something besides fishing or growing coconuts. That's about it. As I say, it might rain, it may not. We've gotten quite a bit of rain. As you can see, my angel trumpets over there are blooming really well. And I'm happy for it. It's been cool up here, real nice and cool. And I've enjoyed that. And sitting out here with my tea. It's tea, but it's a very healthy tea too. So y'all take care. If you hear some baseball games in your area, might go over there and take a look at them. You might enjoy a game or two. Well, I hope y'all have a great day. Stay safe. Take care of your family and your kids and your pets. Don't forget them. All right. Yeah. Adios, amigos and amigas. See you tomorrow.